Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a draw my life video because I thought it would be good for you guys to get to know me a bit more, and if you're new to this channel then you can find out a little bit about me and potentially join our little family we got going over here. So yeah, I do apologise for the horrendous drawings that are about to ensue. I'm not an artist, don't blame me. So it all started on the 15th of June 1997 when this beautiful human being was born. I'm just kidding, I kind of look like an alien with big blue eyes. If you don't believe me, here is a picture. So I went into a family of 3 at the time, so there is my dad and then my mum and my little brother Luke. I say little brother, he was little at the time, he was 3.5, but he's a lot older than me. And we were all one big, if not slightly dysfunctional family. So we grew up in a nice house and I had really awesome childhood memories shared by all of my family, and we all love each other to this day. One of my earliest memories of my childhood was climbing trees, and I would do this all the time, but I'd be scared to come down from the branches, so my dad or my mum or my brother would have to come up and help me down because I just didn't want to do it by myself. Another memory I had was of my brother. So I was 3 at the time, so Luke was about 6.5, and everyone thought he was this angel child, never did anything wrong, but he decided to push me down the stairs where I almost broke my neck, and to this day people still kind of doubt me, but genuinely he is actually the devil. But we get on now, so that's alright, he hasn't tried to kill me since. So fast forward to secondary school, I was pretty much like all other kids when it comes to secondary school. I was really nervous about starting. I didn't really want to. I really liked junior school, but going into secondary school I actually hated it, so I was so anxious on my first day. I luckily managed to keep all of my friends from junior school, so that made it a lot more bearable, and I also made some new friends along the way and some friends that I have kept to this day. So I was a bit more happy, but then puberty kicked in, so I started getting all these big red spots and people started saying things like, ew, why didn't she wash her face and all of that, and it obviously made me really upset because I was 11 at the time and I went through puberty a lot sooner than most of my peers, so no one really sort of understood until they got a little bit older and they started getting hormonal acne and all of that, so they were in my shoes and they weren't laughing anymore. But it did make me feel very down for a time. I also was an A grade student and I really loved getting good grades. It always sort of felt right and it felt like gave me a load of pride, but then loads of people called me nerd, so obviously that upset me, so I basically tried a little bit less to try and be cooler and fit in with everyone, so I ended up doing average, you know, like, but I didn't do great. I was predicted all A's, but I didn't get that. But roll around to my GCSE year, I managed to get my full 11 GCSEs. So despite trying to fit in, I still managed to do pretty well for myself. So I got 2 A's, and I don't know what I'm doing with them times symbols. I got 2 A's, 7 B's, and I write down here 3 B's, but obviously I can't count to 11, so it was actually 2 C's. So ignore that. Yeah, I remembered. So after my GCSEs, I had to pick what subjects I wanted to do for college, and I really wanted to become a midwife, so I had to research all of the subjects that I wanted to do for college. So I decided to do A-levels, and my chosen subjects were biology, psychology, health and social care, and sociology. And these were super hard subjects all combined, but this is what was going to get me into university, so I grin and bared it and basically threw myself into my studies, and yeah. Around this time, and starting college in the summer of 2013, I started my own YouTube channel, and I had been looking at the likes of Zoella and Jenna Marshalls and really wanted to try it for myself. I didn't think anyone would look at it. It was just basically a little hobby for me, so I decided to just upload my first videos. So I got my laptop and I filmed on my tiny little digital camera and uploaded it after having it sitting on my footage for ages. And my first video was what's in my college bag, and to this day it has over 9,000 views, nearly 10,000 now, so I did quite well. In 3 months I managed to get 100 subscribers, and then within 6 months it rose to about 300, 2 to 300, and then now 3 years on I have nearly 1,000 of you following me, which is absolutely crazy when you think of it, and I never thought anyone would watch my YouTube channel in the first place, so that is really exceptional for me. So thank you all for subscribing. So back onto college. So I managed to get BBCD in my AS levels, and then I quit because I was so stressed out. It was so difficult to do it, so I decided to go ahead and work. But around this time in college I did meet my first boyfriend, and of course we thought it was love at first sight, and we thought we were going to be together forever, and yeah, but they don't really last out. There was a lot of things that weren't right about our relationship, but it's taught me a lot of life lessons to this day. It always made me feel really anxious, our relationship, and I was constantly sort of upset and not really myself, and eventually we split really, but he was always a little bit like a devil in disguise, I guess. There was always parts of him that would just come out and I'd just feel really anxious about it, and there was a lot of things that weren't safe about our relationship, and it's taken me so long to actually realise it wasn't safe through the help of other people, and I've managed to get help over the past years from that relationship, and I've had luckily a lot of psychologists and health care professionals who have been on my side through everything. So yeah, it was very good life lesson, but I'm so glad it was over. And then I threw myself into being single. I absolutely loved my single time. I went out for drinks with friends, I partied, I wore whatever I wanted to. I basically did everything that I struggled to do in a relationship, basically. So I drank, I wore whatever skimpy dresses I wanted to, I just did not care. I absolutely loved being single. And it was so empowering to be single, you don't even know. So on the 30th of July 2015, I was on Tinder, and don't judge, I was actually doing it for a friend for one of her research assignments, but I also obviously wanted to just try it out anyway. So I swiped on this guy, his name was Andy, he was 23 at the time, and his profile picture was him and his horse Flame, and I'm really sorry babe, that picture does not do you justice whatsoever, but it said that he loves adventure, so I thought he sounds like a type of guy I'd like to talk to. So we ended up chatting. I believe his first message to me was, "How the devil are you?" And of course I replied, "Good, thanks you." And we just started chatting and we hit it off straight away. I just felt really good talking to him, and within 6 messages he managed to get my number, which I obviously was a sucker for him from the first moment. So yeah, well done babe. So we've had some absolutely epic memories together. We've also had some very trying times, from falling off a moped together and being injured on our first holiday, and me having concussion, and he's just basically been my rock through everything. We really do lift and support each other, and I love him to pieces. And I hope he loves me, otherwise this video is going to be extremely awkward, so yeah. I've just made it even more awkward now. But we're really, really happy together, and I guess just see where it goes, but I'm absolutely loving every moment with him at the moment. So watch this space. I mean, every story doesn't just end, so I plan to keep on writing mine for the foreseeable future, and obviously sharing it with you guys, because that's what I love doing best. So, and that's my failed attempt at trying to spell continued. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure that you check out my latest video here. And don't forget to look down below for all of my links to my Instagram, my Twitter, everything like that. Just stay connected with me, because I absolutely love hearing more about you guys too. So I will talk to you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.